NBC, in the fall of 1990, launched something quieter, a small sitcom about two brothers, one tiny airline, and a single prop plane on Nantucket Island. 7 seasons, 172 episodes, and an ensemble that television has never quite managed to replicate. Number 1. Rebecca Scho as Faye Cochran. There are actors who disappear into a role, and then there is Rebecca Scho, who made Faye Cochran feel like she had been sitting behind that Sandpiper air desk since before the airport was built. Faye was the ticket agent who knew everything about nothing useful, and could derail any serious conversation with a personal story that had absolutely no point and no ending. She was the show's secret comfort. Every scene she walked into became warmer. Rebecca Scho was born on February 22, 1929 in New York City. By the time Wings premiered, she was already 61 years old. Most actors at that stage are winding down. Scho was just finding her biggest audience. She had spent decades building her craft on stage, training in both the United States and Ireland, and making her Broadway debut in 1976. When Wings called, she arrived not as a newcomer hoping to impress, but as a seasoned professional who already knew exactly what she was doing. She appeared in all 172 episodes, every single one. Not once did Faye feel like a background character. Scho played her with a specific, gentle obliviousness that was almost impossible to manufacture. It had to be felt, and she felt it every week for 8 years. After Wings ended, she kept working. Roseanne, Law and Order, Frasier, and Analyze This all followed. She took a recurring role on Suits and appeared in Chasing Life in 2014. In 2022, she appeared in the romantic comedy Meet Cute alongside Pete Davidson and Kaylee Cuoco. Her husband of 57 years, Gene Scho, passed away in 2008. She has continued to show up, quietly and consistently, ever since. Today, in 2026, Rebecca Scho is 97 years old, with an estimated net worth of $7 million. One of the oldest working actresses in the history of American television. Number 2. David Shramm as Roy Biggins. Every great sitcom needs someone the audience loves to lose. Roy Biggins was that person on Wings. Pompous, loud, completely convinced of his own superiority and wrong about almost everything. He was the owner of Aeromass, Sandpiper Air's rival, and he spent 8 seasons making life harder for the Hackett brothers with the cheerful commitment of a man who genuinely believed he was winning. David Shramm was born on August 14, 1946, in Louisville, Kentucky. A college acting teacher looked at him one day and told him, without much room for argument, that he was going to New York. The teacher packed him a lunch, arranged the flight, and sent him on his way. Shramm auditioned for Juilliard and was accepted on the spot. He graduated alongside Kevin Kline, Patti LuPone, and David Ogden Stiers. He became a founding member of the acting company and spent years doing serious classical theater before television came calling. He appeared in all 172 episodes of Wings. David Shramm died of a heart attack on March 28, 2020 in New York City. He was 73 years old. Number 3. Thomas Hayden Church as Lowell Mather. Born Thomas Richard McMillan on June 17, 1960, in Woodland, California, Lowell wasn't stupid in the way sitcom characters are usually stupid. He was something stranger and funnier than that. He existed in his own world, responding to situations with a calm, cheerful logic that made no sense to anyone around him and complete sense to him. Church played it with a stillness that was almost zen. When he left after season 6 to headline his own Fox sitcom, Ned and Stacy, Wings tried to fill the gap. It never quite managed it. Today, in 2026, Thomas Hayden Church is 65 years old, with an estimated net worth of $7 million. Number 4. Crystal Bernard as Helen Chappell. Born September 30th, 1961 in Garland, Texas, Bernard grew up in a household that ran between faith and performance. Bernard went on to study acting seriously, first at the Alley Theater in Houston, then at Baylor University, before landing a role in Happy Days in 1983 and spending 5 seasons on the sitcom It's a Living. When Wings arrived, she brought all of that with her. Helen Chappell ran the airport lunch counter, harbored serious ambitions as a concert cellist, and spent the better part of 8 years caught somewhere between deep affection and complete exasperation where the Hackett brothers were concerned. She was the emotional core of the show. Not the loudest character, not the funniest on paper, but the one the audience quietly depended on to make everything feel real. She has never married. Today, in 2026, Crystal Bernard is 64 years old, with an estimated net worth of $5 million. Helen Chappell spent 8 seasons trying to get to Vienna. Crystal Bernard has always known exactly where she belonged.
Number 5. Amy Yasbeck as Casey Chappell. She did not arrive on Wings looking for a foothold. By the time she joined the show in season 6 as Helen's younger sister, Casey, Amy Yasbeck had already worked with Mel Brooks twice, appeared opposite Jim Carrey in The Mask, and held her own against Richard Gere and Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman. Wings did not discover Amy Yasbeck. It simply gave her a new room to work in. Born September 12, 1963 in Blue Ash, Ohio, through the late 80s and into the 90s, she built a steady film career that included Problem Child 2, Robin Hood Men in Tights, and Dracula Dead and Loving It, all before Casey Chappell ever set foot in the Nantucket airport. Casey arrived in season 6 as a recurring character and became a series regular almost immediately. She was spoiled, dramatic, and completely without self-awareness in ways that were somehow entirely endearing. On the set of Problem Child, years before Wings, she had met actor John Ritter. They built a friendship that became something more. They married in 1999 and built a life together that felt, by every account, genuinely happy. That life ended on September 11, 2003, when Ritter collapsed on the set of his sitcom 8 Simple Rules and died hours later at age 54. Today, in 2026, Amy Yasbeck is 62 years old, with an estimated net worth of $5 million. Number 6. Tony Shalube as Antonio Scarpacci. Born October 9, 1953 in Green Bay, Wisconsin to Lebanese immigrant parents, he made his Broadway debut in The Odd Couple in 1985. From season 3 onward, he was the show's quiet engine. After Wings came Men in Black, Galaxy Quest, and Big Night. Then came Monk in 2002. 8 seasons, 3 Emmy Awards, a Golden Globe, a character so specific and so beloved that Shalube returned to play him again in a 2023 Peacock film. He married actress Brooke Adams in 1992, and they have been together ever since. Today, in 2026, Tony Shalube is 72 years old, with an estimated net worth of $20 million. Number 7. Steven Weber as Brian Hackett. Steven Weber played him for 172 episodes and somehow made audiences love him more each time he failed, which is a considerably harder thing to pull off than it looks. Born March 4, 1961 in Queens, New York, he spent the early part of his career moving through soap operas and small television appearances before Wings arrived and handed him the role that would define his first decade in the industry. The dynamic he built with Tim Daly across 8 seasons felt less like 2 actors finding a rhythm and more like 2 people who had been arguing and making up since childhood. The brotherly tension between them was the spine of the entire show. Both of them knew it, and both of them leaned into it every single week.
He married Julianne Hendler in 1995 and has 2 sons. Today, in 2026, Steven Weber is 65 years old with an estimated net worth of $6 million. Number 8. Tim Daly as Joe Hackett. He was born into an acting family and spent the better part of his career making sure nobody could use that as a reason to dismiss him. Born James Timothy Daly on March 1, 1956, in Manhattan, New York, Daly played the straight man role with enough interior specificity that it never once felt like a limitation. Joe's seriousness was not the setup for someone else's joke. It was the engine of the comedy itself, and Daly understood that distinction completely. He was married to Amy Van Nostrand from 1982 to 2010. Today, in 2026, Tim Daly is 70 years old, with an estimated net worth of $4 million. Which cast member did you look forward to seeing every week? Drop it in the comments below. And if you want more cast updates, career breakdowns, and stories the credits never tell you, subscribe and hit the bell. There is a lot more coming.